Hello and welcome to my review of Sonic Generations for the PC. You can also get this game on Xbox 360 or PS3, and there's even a portable version for the Nintendo 3DS, though there are a lot of differences between the portable version and the version you're looking at here, mainly in level design and level choice. But yeah, Sonic Generations is a 2D/3D platformer that has you switching off between classic Sonic, as you see here, and modern Sonic, as you see here. They both play pretty differently, with modern Sonic having homing attacks and rail grinding, and the stuff that if you've played any of these Sonic games since the Dreamcast era, you'll be familiar with it. Both gameplay modes stay true to the high-speed platforming that Sonic is known for. It's a lot of fun. It's very pretty. This game was released in late 2011, so I mean, there's a lot that they do with the engine they have here. They essentially go through and remake a lot of the levels and segments and kind of adapt them to the next generation. You'll even see some familiar bosses, which they did a great job with as well. They put their own little spins on them to really catch you off guard. Even if you're a big Sonic fan, if you haven't played Sonic Generations, you're probably gonna be caught by surprise with some of these boss fights and what they do with some of the mechanics in the boss fights. Now the levels themselves, they are, like I was saying, redone really well. Each level has a classic Sonic 2D version and a modern Sonic 3D version, and you get scored based on how many times you die and how fast you get through the level, how many rings you had, stuff like that. So it gives the levels themselves a lot of replayability, because there's achievements and whatnot associated with getting higher ranks. And there's even some online leaderboards, though as of right now you could tell there's a lot of people that are hacking and abusing, certain mechanics to get times like 0.01 seconds to finish the zone, like that's not possible. So while the online rankings don't really mean much anymore, it's still pretty cool. You'll get to see some familiar faces like Shadow the Hedgehog. They have some really cool rival battles, as they call them, with some of Sonic's old foes. I know Shadow isn't really one of his foes typically, but they always seem to butt heads, so there's a fight with them, and it's really well done. Nothing in this game is particularly difficult as far as story progression stuff goes, so don't worry too much. If you're not familiar with Sonic games, you'd still probably get a kick out of this game, and it'd probably convert you to a fan of the series. There's a hub world that sort of connects all the levels together, and you keep expanding that world as you complete levels. You can also earn points to buy skills, which augment your gameplay abilities, such as stuff like if you drop your rings, they'll stay around for 30 seconds instead of 10, giving you more time to pick them up. There are a lot of challenges, about 100 of them if I remember correctly, to take part in, so there's a lot of replayability in this game, a lot of stuff that keeps you coming back, not just the online rankings and the 30-second time challenge that they have. The cutscenes and voice acting leave a little bit to be desired, but if you're playing a Sonic game for the story, you're probably going to be disappointed no matter what game you play. Sonic games aren't exactly renowned for their story, and there's nothing wrong with that. A game doesn't have to have a good story to be a fun game. This game is absolutely gorgeous. I really have very few complaints with this game. There are some control quirks, but it's not nearly as bad as the other Sonic games, and they're limited only to the 3D versions of the levels. There's just a lot of interesting, nice touches that this game has that the developers put in there that you really don't appreciate until you play it yourself. Now, what you've been looking at here is the PC version. However, I am playing with a wired Xbox 360 controller that I plugged into the PC, so I can't imagine how this game would play with a keyboard and mouse kind of control setup. I would envision it being pretty bad, but the Xbox 360 controls worked wonderfully. Overall, this game was a very enjoyable experience. It should be played by fans and non-fans alike, though there is one severe crippling flaw: the lack of playable Tails. Just look at him. What a boss. We need Tails generation next game, Sega. Make it happen.